I know Jim Carter. What is there? I have a pen and a pencil set, and I want the free. I go back.
Please do drop weapons.
Saga!
What?
Wow! I can.
What was that? I am good at
Little green foreign devil! Save me! I know, Jim. You are foreigner.
Sometimes wonder, do I deserve to live? Am I going to burn the hell for things I did? Sometimes wonder, do I deserve to live? Am I going to burn the hell for things I did? Sometimes wonder.
I have a pen and a pencil. This tiger You're looking. I shoot to kill. What the guy I go back to the office. That to happen.
Sometimes wonder,
Next
do I
time you're being
deserve to
robbed.
live? Sometimes wonder, do I deserve to live? Sometimes wonder, do I deserve to live? Am I going to burn the hell for all the things I did?
Look at him. I'm Ninja never let me see. I'm number one. What? Jackass. I go back. Reveal thyself. Who that? I think
I was gonna ask you something, but I guess it's kinda immaterial now.
Oh yes, have your fun. My time and my new clone body.
Who you want me to handle today, huh? I hear good things about co-eds, if you catch my drift.
Nothing nearly so banal, Grievous Meridium. 3 letters. KGB.
Can I buy a vowel?
our hideouts and eliminate all audience. Are you in?
Poker reference. Nice. You're quite a card.
Let's just stop right there.
Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, 'cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, 'cause you never know, 'cause you never know. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, 'cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, 'cause you never know, 'cause you never know.
Why ninja never let me see them? My number one fan. Office make me feel so safe.
Hey, yeah. This is a video game. I already played some of it. So it's on my Steam and stuff. But I have a lot of side quests. Figured I'd sit down. Kinda get into it. This game is I don't know if maybe turn the sound down. But yeah. So it's a video game. I have some things to talk about. That being said, sometimes I feel like life really just isn't Get down! It isn't the most clear thing to have to deal with interacting with people, especially just being in that mindset and who I am as a person. You think, at the end of the day, I am just a singular person. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't have a, one of those things about me that I really need to socially define in any way. I kind of just have to live and breathe and be the person I am. Oftentimes expectations from other people, the way things are, can oftentimes be different. So today, like today, I woke up to grab some coffee, and I got out of bed, and it seemed like, you know, multiple people were just immediately testing, like, me for any sort of interaction. It's almost like someone will be in my face immediately when I wake up. And that's not much of an issue. It's also one of those things where I don't know if it's because people want to just kind of want to do that, or if it's like they want to know if I'm kind or smart, or I don't know what it is. But I have it just within that observation. It's like, why do you treat everyone else that way? Or is it just me that you're doing it? Because I'll sometimes get into situations, I'll be in like situations where it's just one of those things where people will sit and test your patience for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And you'll think, oh, okay, well, maybe this situation, maybe how is I should just be nice at the end of the day, because that's how I am. I'm inherently nice. What am I doing floating around? I'm so nice up until the point where it's just I can't be nice anymore, and that is still one of those fibers of human nature where it's people can oftentimes lose track of what's inherently important about the interaction between one another, because certain expectations are placed on. Oh my god, what's going on? Certain expectations are placed on me in that way, and then I feel as though I can't live up to them. I oftentimes feel like I failed people in some way, and I don't want to feel like I fail anyone. I don't want to feel like a mean person at all, because I'm not. On the other hand, when people do go about that kind of thing, and they misuse that sentiment, I guess, just in the nature of the way that things are, and they attempt to force their idealism, whereas they don't see how another person feels. They won't really understand at the end of the day, and unless you sit there and explain it to them, here's why you're wrong, here's why this is wrong, and you shouldn't do this to me, then there's usually never not a repercussion per se, but an outcome that works. You know what I mean? I don't want to feel as though I've failed other people by not being just inherently a nice person, right? I also don't want to feel taken advantage of. And sometimes, just in that right moment, it's better just to not interact with anybody at all. But then in some aspects, or sentiment, once again, is the fact that I don't interact with people as much as I should. I don't. I get into the mindset where it's sometimes I want to talk to people, other times I won't, and then I'll shut down for days or weeks on end. And I think the longest time I ever went going silent, or at least, you know, I could be mute if I chose to. You know what I mean? And you shouldn't want to do that because it's not a good thing. You shouldn't want to be completely silent because you wanted to not be a part of the way that people are treating you. It should never be that kind of thing. It should never be like, oh, you're not treating me correctly, well, I'm shutting down. And even within therapy, people say not to do that kind of thing. Because at the end of the day, you'll be better off sharing what was actually wrong than just blatantly shutting down.
What?
And within everything. I mean, as I get older, it's ever more apparent that I might have a bit of trouble trying to educate people in my life about the nature of the way that I am, while also trying to do something else. Because I don't want to ever feel that way, and no one really does. I mean, I feel as though, you know, everyone has their value systems, core value system. But yeah, that being said, I have to deal with that lately. I want to be that flippant guy who's like, just so, you know, antisocial. Was so detached from reality that you can't see like key behavior that are and otherwise quickly change. So I really try to get out a lot in that way. I try to not get out, but more so be that kind of person instead of just talking about it. So I'll go back it up. Oftentimes I'll even apologize. You know.
Get out of the way!
I'm sorry, I got a little impatient. It was first thing in the morning. I'm not a morning person. You know what I mean? And that's gotta be one thing about me that's a little bit weird. Is that I'm not a morning person. I'm a I'm inherently a night owl. Which is...
Why are you waving out?
Oh, Yoshi-san.
I don't know, some people are morning people, some people are night people. The majority of the things that I do creatively, the energy that I have, in which I flourish, is the night.
No!
I just feel like I do better at night. And that's... I don't know, some people are different, right? Some people have that in their mind, other people don't. But regardless, if it's first thing in the morning, and you're testing someone's patience, right? It's oftentimes, like, I don't want to get chewed out. Someone will chew you out. If it's first, they just woke up, and it's like, haha, now I'm gonna play a joke or something. Don't play a prank on someone who just woke up. Is that not the most correct way to feel? That's what it feels like. Oftentimes, when people are just acting oblivious, right? It seems like kind of prank. You're not pranking me with this, are you? Must be. You must be joking, right? But on the off chance that they aren't, then maybe it's a better thing to go about it in a nice way. You can't pick this thing up first here. It's about the only object you can't put it. You can't pick up. You guys get sent to space. But yeah, I don't know. This is a video game. This morning I woke up to make some tea, and I don't know, people were... I don't know if it's just me that happens to, but I want to be a good person. I want to be a very good person at all times. So... I don't know. I try, among other things, to be the most respectful guy. And it's important to me. I make it a prerogative. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I don't feel, and you shouldn't, by the way. Oh my god. Get out of here, man.
Save me! I like this.
Why did he point his finger? It saved me before. But I mean, you get it, right? Having to deal with people, and then they test your patience first thing in the morning, and it's like, okay, are you doing this because I'm a kind person, or are you just taking advantage? I don't want to take advantage of anyone at all. I'm normally just like, hey, this is the way that I am, and you can accept that or not, right? I also went through some old videos that I made a long fucking time ago. A long time ago. And now I'm
not geisha. Running.
Now I'm changed. I'm older.
What you talking about? Why ninja never let me see?
I'm decrepit.
I have a pen and a pencil. What?
Most people don't think about that, but I mean, I have a whole history on the internet. I like that aspect of it. To look back, it's like a time capsule. A time capsule of things that I made. And it actually, those videos set precedent, actually. That format, the format in which I made those old things, actually became the popular format for 10-minute, 15-minute videos that people make. And I was like the first one to do it. But even looking back on that is interesting too, because even before that, I was a little kid, right? I was like 8 or 9 years old, recording on CRT TV with a phone. One of the first phones that had video on it, and uploading it to YouTube from a computer that had Windows 95. Windows Vista, or XP, or whatever it was. But it was one of those things where I've always been doing videos. I've always had some creative aspect in time and life that I spend, and I've always wanted to capture that. But I've never truly had that observation of, say, impact until I noticed that format that I use became, you know, what people made out of those kind of things afterwards. And that's kind of a visible impact, you know, like okay, now everybody wants to be that way, right? Now everybody wants to do that kind of thing, and there goes your idea. But also, in some way, I feel like that's kind of justified. I put myself in a trap. But yeah, I was much younger, and I was going through some old videos and stuff, because I don't know, I just wanted to address it.
You're looking for trouble?
That being said, the reason why they're still on YouTube, they're still out and about and on YouTube, just because our friend who was in the group of people that we made videos with, because we known each other for years, my friend actually died. He died, and that's the only reason why they're on YouTube still. Just because it's a time capsule from a time period that was, I don't know, even before this, before streaming and things like that, there were people just with like the Elgato capture card, right? And that was it. That was it. You just find someone with a little capture card, right? If the person, you know, didn't want to help you, then you weren't in the video, right? Or the stick figure game. Maybe the X-Gen stick figure game that had the original chat system from Twitch is derived from Counter-Strike Office. It was originally just a point-and-click stick figure game. A point-and-click little stick figure that runs around with a sledgehammer and a minigun. And this was before Counter-Strike. This is when, say, because they had Flash games like Lara Croft and Half-Life, things like that, but when you really look at it, a lot of things from the internet derive from itself, right? Just good ideas that sort of stuck throughout history. I just think it's funny. Oh, I don't want to be a... Alright. What was this guy talking about? But yeah, the original chat system for Twitch is actually from like a stick figure game. I've never seen any other system other than that. And if you know, before Google acquired YouTube, there was also times where things were a bit different. There used to be a different system on YouTube, a different rating system, and I heard this just the other day from someone, I forget who it was, but
Hello,
YouTube-
business
YouTube
son.
and
I know
streaming
by your
platforms,
attire
media,
you have achieved
everything used to
prosperity.
be much
You
different
correct.
than it
I
was
just promoted this
than
week.
it was.
I even get a new car. So shiny. Such a
That guy looks like
symbol of
Ronald Reagan.
prosperity.
Prosperity, huh? So it'd be pretty bad luck if anything happened to it.
But I'm,
Is a
I
status
don't know, I'm
symbol.
from an era
I must
of
impress
YouTube
boss with
where it's
prosperity,
like,
so he promote me further.
I was-
Or I fall into dishonor.
I was around when those stupid videos were being made. The really old one, I don't know if you remember Slender Man, or before Minecraft, right? Before Minecraft was huge, it was really just like a game that people played, and then it got very big, and I used to watch those videos and just turn them on, and just my brain would go flat from a guy or gal. You can never find like a good YouTuber who played Minecraft who was a girl at that time, but you turn it on, right? And it's like, I want to play. You would like sit there and slam your fist down. I want to play Minecraft so badly, but I don't have a computer. Not as I got older, started to reassess my values. But I do have like a lot of things about me. So there was that. So I've never done this before. I've never played Minecraft. With
So
other
that
people.
car's like a symbol of your status, huh?
Yes, is being very precious. How else am knowing I am better than the blue-collar workers?
I don't know. How about job satisfaction?
You make me laugh. Don't touch my car!
You're afraid that car defines your whole life and future, aren't you?
I not need a psychoanalysis from you. Stop trying to read mind. Go away!
Well, you could have. And that was also a derivative, and why they added that game to the console. To consoles. Because people didn't have. People didn't have computers. Everyone just had an Xbox. Xbox and PlayStation. And I liked PlayStation much more than Xbox. And now the PlayStation 5 has Bloodborne.
Engineering marvel! Oh, 大好き母さん!
What am I doing here? I'm trying to destroy this guy's car. Right. But I mean, you get it, right? And then that being said, I always had that inclination that I wanted to make something, but I was, centered around different topics. So I mean,
Maybe one day I have a car like that.
okay, you forgot.
Holy
But-
cow!
Explosion time!
Just within my group of friends, there was
Mr.
just
Manager.
that kind of thing. This guy's hat straight up flew off. So it wasn't that, I went and looked at the old videos, and I may be like a loud little kid, right? But it's cool to have those kind of things.
Is okay. Sense
Because-
of masculinity still intact.
Not only is it a little time capsule that you get to look back on, but I have vastly different values than I did when I was 12 years old, right?
Reveal thyself!
Now being much older, it's like a craft that I've mastered at this point. Like someone who's been sharpening their blade for the longest time, right? Which is kind of disgusting. Wait, maybe that's a wrong thing to say. Someone who's been honing their craft. How about that? Don't say sharpening your blade. It's kind of gross.
Okay. Watch yourself, sucker.
What the hell?
Safe. Okay.
Provoking attack. Are you serious? Oh,
Oh.
come over here, citizen.
You are very nice.
Okay, now you all need to dance. Alright.
Shiny cars outside the tall building all look the
But
same.
yeah, my value systems are completely different. And over time, pursuing art and having a degree, right? Pursuing your degree and everything else, as well as knowing art and being around it enough, you start to see what's actually truly important, right?
Someone call neurologist. Like you eat 75 hot dog in row?
Because I care so much about the final product of what I do. I care so much about perfectionism and everything else. I try to be as well made, well put together, even to a point. Even to a point. Like, even with clothes and things that I wear, even with just, like, who I am, how I talk, right? I have to speak with...
Car-san! What happened?
Aha! You lose.
When there's no cutscene, there's no fucking cutscene with the guy getting mad about his car. Oh, just Toymoto daily staff report. He lost his Toymoto vehicle. It's kind of weird and messed up, right?
I not want to see that.
Whatever. Became that old man.
Hello. Maybe. What?
So I mean, you get it, right?
Who's there?
But that being said, yeah, the time capsule is cool. Looking back on it and then thinking, you know, at the time, what was I doing? I mean, I was going through a lot of stuff, to be honest. I mean, when I was younger, like I said this in the thing previously, I had the most thug childhood ever. And I'll say that. I don't know, you know how people say,
I'm #1 fan.
you know what I mean, we thugged it out before? It was truly that way. Food insecurity, I'm going through violence, you know, no one understands me, I don't have anyone understanding in my life, no one is emotionally sensitive enough to deal with me, no one knows, you know, and I'm a sensitive guy. It's important, and that's what I went to school to go and do, was to have a therapy degree, to have like an observation of psychology, you know, just so that I could tell people at the end of the day, right, that it's important, and here's the education, right? Oh, okay, I have to be other Yaka. Yaka. Should have said that. I have to be other Yaka.
Damn, baby!
What is going on here? I'm gonna be the guy who fixes it. Why are they fighting? God.
How you get on?
Now you brought the police officer? Do understand. This game is so funny. I wish this was like multiplayer. You know, if this was some sort of like Grand Theft Auto type thing where there's multiplayer, just multiple aliens. Or I looked at it, you know, we Happy Few is interesting to me because that could be a multiplayer stealth game where you walk around as NPCs and it could be completely different, right? Like, can you fly in an umbrella? I don't know. No, you cannot. Alright, let's do it.
Yeah? What do you want?
Such a good idea for that franchise, where everyone's an NPC, all trying to get things done, and you can't be noticed by one another, or else you just get killed. But the server costs for that might be huge. And what's just interesting, that's why they shut down the stick figure game. That I think, and I'm not even sure about this, but that's why they shut it down.
So, garden
Server
stuff,
costs,
huh?
right?
Doesn't seem much like a
Now with everything
Yakuza kind
in
of
this
job.
day and age with
Who
AI
to argue?
and all the space they're
We get
making,
paid to protect shiny car
all the real
better than
estate
protection racket.
Didn't one just like it
being
get
driven up
destroyed
by
recently in a
AI
freak
companies.
accident?
You think they actually
Exactly.
do something
You not want to
useful?
stand too close. Owner buy it with insurance money from
Bring
last
back the
car.
stick figure game, okay? Because I was so good at.
Wow, having a spiffy ride matters to him that much, huh?
You must hear him talk. Cars on this, cars on that. He paranoid.
He's that worried somebody's gonna blow up his car again.
Last time his accident.
Oh my god!
What do you mean somebody
They're
blow up
attacking this
again?
guy's car again.
Nothing. I heard some stories, that's all.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna take a
They're, like,
closer
targeted
look. Make sure
harassment.
nobody's rigged it with a bomb or something.
After last one blow up, I not want to get too close. And orders to protect, not touch. You stay away.
This guy has no eyes. Looks like Sagat from Street Fighter. But you get what I mean.
What happened?
You think these AI companies and everything, they'd be more useful, right?
West side.
They're not. They don't really do anything. I mean,
This tiger
it needs to be
territory.
directed towards medical research, neurological understanding, current technology within the healthcare system, education, things like that. But I mean, they really don't even do that.
Reveal thyself.
It's just AI in
I
space.
know Jim Carter.
Police.
It's AI, real estate,
We control area.
and
You
albeit-
lead.
and this is actually serious.
Look at me.
Gentrification. It's a form of gentrification within media and
Truth.
and if you even look at Silicon Valley,
I can see
for example, the top 1% of people who live in the United States, the richest people, and I will say to you this, that they are very wealthy. They live and they have properties in Silicon Valley. Or outside of it, or, you know, and what they do, actually within the process, is sit
Why you broke my? Look at me.
and
I like a star made by king of all
oh, it's 'cause
cosmos.
the exec.
I don't see him anywhere.
Second car, oh, why Toy Moto hate me?
Damn, baby.
At least he knows it was an. At least he knows it was an alien who destroyed his car. This happened twice. That is so stupid. I don't know, you get it, right? That being said, poverty lines and that disparity is actually an observation of which. And I actually hate that aspect of the world because they center
Number
themselves
Are you high?
but they center themselves around that understanding, and then they attempt to push out other people, create space for themselves, not give back in any way possible. And now with everything, all the information coming out about these people, these very wealthy people who think that, you know, they're above everyone else. You think, are these people actually really even useful? Are they really even smart? You know, because if they were smart, okay, well, what can you do for humanity, right? What can you do for people? Not all. But they're not. They're actually, you know, albeit not the dumbest people, but not as smart as they lead on to be, right? Actually, I hate that aspect of it. It's so very interesting. How many of these do I have too? Gosh darn it. What is this? I haven't finished this game yet. We're just side questing here, by the way. But that being said, yeah, that is one thing that I do not like, and you notice it in the day-to-day. Just the way that people are, and things like that. They don't try to tell me anything about the world, because it's just, it's in an observation, actually, to know about everything. And if you're not, if you don't sit there and point things out, or even notice it, you might fall victim. Might fall victim to thinking that those people are more smart, or more endowed, or easily manipulated to believe that, you know, they have the right intentions in mind. More often than not, they don't. More often than not, they are the reason that everything is all messed up.
Hey,
For some reason. Right?
who's there?
Oh no!
They're here.
That was kind of
Is
funny.
it the
For some reason, they are the reason. Right? But I mean, that being said, I do hold that firm belief system about it. Just because you're Lord Willing billionaire guy doesn't mean you know anything else or even better than the next person, actually. And money has essentially nothing to do with that at this point. With education, even
Go
looking
away,
at it.
man. You don't know my pain.
Because they'll, I mean, even they'll go on the news, media outlets, anywhere, actually. And
Shamalama tells me you got some groovy art skills. Want a gig?
I swear
No
they
way,
don't even
man.
do.
I'm bummed. I'm no
interviews
good for anybody
correctly.
right now.
That's why it's funny
Okay,
to watch, like,
I'll bite.
to
What's
watch that.
wrong?
So
And
you
what
sit
do
there
I
and
gotta
fumble.
do to get my posters?
You wouldn't want him anyway, man. Everybody hates my work.
Is this a private pity party, or can anyone join?
You don't understand me, man. No one does. I'm tortured.
Right. Your situation is utterly unique in human history. Look, aren't your paintings all
But yeah,
over
man.
Hashberry? If people hated them, they'd paint over them or pee on them or something.
Ha! You want
They
to know what
don't
people think
even
of
know
my
how to
art?
take
Fine, I'll
interview.
show you.
Correctly. And I can point that out where people they just don't have a reason, or they'll sit and talk about bigotry, be misinformed, and then just end up looking stupid or something like that. And I just have firm belief system
Watch it, pig!
on that kind of thing.
I totally painted that, man! Well, except the urine thing. Just ignore that.
Wow.
Hey, yeah! They're really getting into this! Damn, we gotta move on! Alright! Groovy! Start a love train and follow me, man!
I really like the art in this game. This is a remaster of it. There was originally a PlayStation game where this was the same thing, but they remade it, and it's really good. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Look at that! I spent days on those posters and no one's even reading them!
Get out!
Oh, this is heavy. Everyone hates my work. I'm never going outside.
Whoa.
Yeah, man, far off. Everybody's grooving. Must be my art.
Whoa.
I'm beginning to wish I'd painted more than one picture. Where's the variety?
It's a good remaster, I'm gonna be honest with you. And the art direction is kind of cool because it was like a bland game before this. Come on now. The AI is messed up. It was very bland and like gray, and the colors didn't pop and weren't as bright as they were before. But now it's a completely different environment. That and everything is, you know, it's a classic, right?
Have you seen this mural? You dig it? People just don't appreciate art these days, you know?
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah! Groove on, baby! That's my art! You see? Doesn't it feel good?
within it is very
People
cool.
seem to really connect with my art, you know?
That and it's an alien, dude.
I'm totally getting into the art scene, man. Pretty soon everybody's gonna know my name.
See? Lots of people love your art. You're living the dream, baby. It's freaking inspiring.
Oh, man! Who knew people could get so into art? This is incredible! I've never felt so legitimate, so loved, so totally accepted.
Moment's over. Move on. Now knock off the self-pity and paint me a damn poster.
That's a tall order at the moment, man. It's tough for me to put my hands on art supplies.
Oh, yeah? Why am I not surprised?
This guy sucks.
Nudie mags, confiscation, you know. But the voodoo will come through for me, right? You can find this stuff for me. Show them they can't repress art, man. What do you say?
Yippee.
Yippee.
People should love my work. I'm a golden god.
Am I gonna what? Did I get in the spaceship? Oh, okay, I get the saucer. Straight up his face. There they go. Okay, so how do you be invisible? F. Here. Fail the mission immediately. But yeah, I don't know. When I was younger, too, I used to play this game. So there was like a time period
People should
where,
love my work. I'm a golden god.
you know, this was all that I had. This was all that I flippin' had. And I would go to Blockbuster and I would rent new games, right?
I must have been drugged.
Oh, I changed the angle. What's going on here? Oh, okay. There we go. So, Press control to see downwards. Right here.
There's a Floyd song in this.
Not the person. It's such a cool thing. But yeah, I would go to Blockbuster, right? Okay, I had this game. I bought this game just because it's an alien. Right? There's an alien on the cover. Okay. That's important. But I would go to Blockbuster and then I would try to beat a game within a year. Not a year, but a week. Excuse me. Within a week of, you know, renting it. And then that's kind of cool. Within a week from renting it, and then they had Redbox, and I tried to do the same thing, but you just like have no idea when you can actually go through all of the details of something that you like, and kind of just have that about it. Because you can never do this kind of thing before.
Is someone there?
And you were a lot slower, and there was other stuff about it that wasn't as good, but they remastered it, and everything is so nice looking. And I actually really like it. So why don't you just like, why don't you let me like it? Alright? Why don't you just let me like this kind of stuff? Alright? And it's not, it's just because it's nostalgia driven.
What it is?
It makes me happy. Alright. Communist male looking for anarchists.
Ew, gross!
I am not.
Let's see here.
Can I help you, comrade? Yo, the
There's so much
hippies
stuff
are
in
like all yours,
So many
dude.
little details.
Good. Now,
Everything like
assassinate enemy soldier Sergeant Foxhole. He is on docks near crates. You want to tell me why the KGB are hiring hippies to do their dirt? Do not blow up crates.
So called
All
classic.
crates must be
There we go.
returned to KGB, or else. Jeez, like talking to a wall.
But yeah, that's my take on
So
AI.
I kill the
As
sergeant
of late,
without hitting
I
the
just
crates.
It seems to be more
Wait,
useless.
aren't
It
I
destroys the
a
planet than it
pacifist?
helps, right?
Once you are returning crates, we will be paying you agreed upon
And
fee.
also they
the
attempt to
sweet
flood
smell of political principles
information
being
highways
compromised.
with AI scientific research. Scientific research that would otherwise be done by a person, and then they attempt to put AI information into it. And that doesn't work. Those companies do not work in that way. It shouldn't be that way.
Come now, don't. Enemy of the revolution!
Attacking! Away. Attacking!
You idiot!
Sorry. The,
Cease movement
game is bugging.
immediately!
And until our research is more useful to people than it is harmful, then you can prove me wrong on that. Then you can prove me wrong.
Don't make me flag you!
Other than that, statistically, you wouldn't know what you were talking about. If you told me that it was real. You told me it was more useful than harmful. You'd be wrong. I don't know why it's bugging, so I'm not sure.
Damn it, Danta! Now the KGB want what they paid for!
I just had to collect some things. Maybe it's a mission. Alright.
Show yourself!
That being said, it is still a
Play chili, asshole! Hurt here!
And here's the thing about that, is that... Sorry, I'm gonna wait for the... to get this mission done for a second here. Seems to be bugging out.
Wow! This thing on? Lost him.
Might just be all the entities in the game. One second
Don't
here.
let the Soviets get their hands on what they rightfully own!
Or maybe I reset. I'm gonna end and restart.